Welcome back, everybody. So glad that you're with me here today. Walter at the workbench with the Stanley 40 scrub plane. It is one of the few Stanley planes that you paint on the sides. And the use of a scrub plane is to just basically do what it says, scrub. Now, you can take a 4-plane, a jack plane, or even a number 4 and put in a curved blade so you can take deeper cuts. Because what you want to do is you want to get rid of the rough sawn surface on a board quickly. And generally speaking, you go across the wood. You can go on a little bit of an angle. You see? So what you end up with is a rough, undulating surface, okay? And all you're trying to do is get it reasonably flat, and this is not. So you work at it until you get close. And that's where your workbench is your reference surface. And you got to be careful when you're going across. You can blow this side out. So leave it a little extra wide. Okay, so now I've got these two high spots. Rub it on your bench a little bit. And you'll get marks. It'll show you indicator marks as to where you're high. And then when you get close, you can switch to your 4-plane. And if you want, you can even start to take, once you've got this cleaned up, you can start to take some long passes this way. You're skipping over the tops of all the high spots. So what you end up doing is you're cleaning the surface. You don't have any dirt or grime. You know, it just blew out this section here. Must be the grain went a little odd there. So this is about the only plane that I actually lay down on its side on my bench. Why, you may ask? Because with that cambered blade sticking out like that, if you lay this down on your bench, you're going to be leaving marks. So now you can go to you take your pencil, make a bunch of marks. And now you take your longer plane, like number 6, 5.5, or even if just you have a jack plane, it's just number 5. And you hear that? You're skipping over some spots. But at least now you're planing clean wood that's been made approximately flat. This is Eastern white pine. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. That was air dried. See, and the reason why you put your pencil marks on is it leaves indicators as to where it's still low. But you can always come back and check for flatness. I'm getting a little bit of rocking. So I need some more work in the middle. There, there. Here, 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 and there. And it's just a matter of rinse and repeat until you get it perfectly flat. Now, I don't have a project for this piece of wood. This is just a demo. But if I had a project for it and I was dimensioning it, I would have marked out the thickness on the sides over here. Almost there. This is real time. No editing. I would say we lighten up the cut a little bit. Still see a pencil mark right there. Almost gone. There we go. And we should just about be there. I'm getting full, wide shavings. Tight on these two corners. High in the middle. That's what you have to do. You have to chase it. So you're picking up high in the middle. One more rub, and we should be done. Here, and in here. And that's it. That's done. See? Flat. So, in order to get a smooth polished surface like that on any wood, sometimes you have to start with a cambered blade. See how round that is? I don't know, put it behind the wood here. See how round that is? Sometimes you gotta start rough in order to get fine. So that's about it, everybody. That's how you do it. Head out to your workshop. And if you don't have a scrub plane, just take your standard planes that you have that you like and get yourself a spare blade. It can be an inexpensive one. Grind a slight curve on it. And I say slight. It's like a 1/16 of an inch. Just slight. Make that a scrub blade and just swap the blade out when you need it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and go out to your shop and go make some shavings. Walter out.